For those in the archive, hello and welcome to MMO Tuesday. We're returning to Neverwinter, and we're going to start heading on to Helm's Hold. At least I think that's where we're heading next. Been a while since I've played Neverwinter, and yeah, we're going to come right back in it. So hope y'all enjoy. Had a fun moment. Forgive the desktop view at the start of the stream there. I don't know if it's Neverwinter itself that's acting up, or if it's Shadowplay. I think it's Shadowplay because it's acting up now. I think I might know why too. But it would not allow me to type a title in. Fun. So let me check out something right quick. Let's go into display. Yeah, right here. Probably full screen maximized, window maximized, apply. That may fix the flickering. I think it fixed the flickering. Yes. And that might be why the what do you call it? The overlay for Shadowplay wasn't working well. I've noticed more and more games and external programs like Shadowplay or Steam's overlay and a few other things do not play well with full screen anymore. At least the ones that I've got. First things first, let's collect our goods from the last time we were here, which was a while ago. And let's keep going. Plate smithing? What can we do here? Let's just get us... What can we do? What can we make that's new? Also, it looks like one of my overlay bits is missing. I don't see my viewer count like I used to. Yay. Alright. All the way down. Here we are. And this is still weaker than what I'm already using. I'm borderline ready to give up on the crafting because it seems like it just ain't even worth it. Expired. A few items sold. Alright, I'll check those out later. Okay. I think we're going to Janelle. Where's my quest counter? Is that it? Yeah. Get rid of General, Black Dagger, Black Lake, Evans Down, Helm's Hold is where we're going. Yeah. That's where we're going. I think, pretty sure that's what's actually next in my storyline, because Evans Downs is 35. Is that Eben Downs is 35 and higher, and that's put away. Protector's Enclave. That's 35 and higher. Tower District. That's 38 and higher. So yeah, definitely going to Helm's Hold. And he's got more missions for us, which I think...
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
Ah.
So, Valindrisk.
What is this? Company Yargle.
Suspended in air near Neverwinter is an island called the Pirates' Skyhold. For years, brutal pirates sailed their skyships from that floating hideaway.
Let's finish the quests. Let's finish the quests. Let's finish the quests that we have on hand first. So onward to Helm's Hold. Come on, Battle Chicken. We gotta go. Now, who are you following, man? I'm faster than you. Go away. Let me get to the... Thank you. Helm's Hold. Probably like last time, in the past couple of streams with Neverwinter, this may take more than one stream. So let's see how far we get in about 2 hours. Ooh. And actually, this is all new to me at this point. The last time I played Neverwinter, I never made it past the graveyard. So this is all new to me. I like the Hawk. This is all new to me here. Okay. What's your name? Dunfield. Kind of like you kind of like knocks to me a little bit.
Helm's Hold is overrun by devil.
Alright, Thunder Numbers.
Among the ranks of the
Slay
Asmodai are
Hellfire
mad
Warlocks.
mages who are...
And Death to the Devils.
When we tried to retake
Slay
Helm's
Imps.
hold from the Asmodai cultists, they set an army of devils upon us. The fiends scour the battlefield like carrion birds, cutting us off from Brother Sataran and any surviving allies
check
still
inventory
within the
real
city
quick.
walls.
It is.
Slay the devil
Holy
imps on
crap,
the
it's slam full.
battlefield, and then reach Brother Sataran with the news that help is coming. Show him the devils can be defeated.
We gotta get rid of junk before we take off here. Okay, start at the bottom. That is junk. This is oh, these are my water element stuffs. Alright, I gotta put those up one day. Pearls, yeah, I can't convert them. These, oh, I can't do it in the store, and I sold those off. Crap. Religious tome, get rid of that, get rid of those. Sell. Hang on to that, get rid of that. Headwear, that goes down here. There we go. Alright. Currently equipped. This is actually might be worth keeping. How about that? Nope. These are what I've made recently. Let's just sell these off. This was the old stuff that I was wearing. What are these? Can't sell them. I can sell the Peridot, but I will do that later. Ceilings, get rid of those. Lock boxes of the Lost. I'm not going to bother opening up any of those anytime soon. Android kits, need to keep that. What does that do? Recovery, yeah, get rid of that. Dungeon Master's Guide, I don't even know why I have that. Oh, we know what to do with it. Alright, that's junk. That's junk. That's junk. Can't wear them, can't wear them. Ooh, junk. Junk, junk. And Junkarama. Sorted. Sorted. And there we go. Now, let's go into here. And let's go back here. And these both give me power and defense. Yeah, yeah. And this here gives me defense 120. Ooh, yeah. Let's just pop that off right there, just like that. And then we're gonna give us a refinement, or what do we call it, defense slot. So that defense slot will give me 100 more defense. And oh, that's a nice one. Let's do that. There we go. Now, and probably need some more kits, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
Helm,
Guardsman again.
you look like you know how to handle a sword.
Speak to Captain
you're that
Dunfield.
adventurer that helped the guard in the
Oh,
tower.
I kind of already had, but okay, I'll go talk to him again.
Welcome, Corporal.
And Fog of War.
We occasionally sneak squads of
Speak
soldiers
to
into
Sergeant
Helm's
Heath
Hold proper
in
to
Helm's
complete
Hold.
important objectives. Once a squad is inside, though, we can't communicate with them.
Looks like
Things
we're
can
just
get
heading
messy,
this way.
and we risk losing them.
I wonder where
Lieutenant
Heath is.
Nestfettel and her squad are stuck behind
I'll
enemy
see me
lines,
over
and we
here.
can't get her any orders. Your task will be to deliver her new orders. Speak with Sergeant Heath near the entrance to the hold.
Oh,
He'll
near the
tell you where
entrance.
to look for Lieutenant Nestfettel.
It's over here.
This mission isn't for a corporal to undertake, so you're filling one of our sergeant temporary positions. Congratulations.
Yo, Heath, where are you? I don't see him up here. Do I have to exit? Well, I'm not worried about it. Let's move on. Let's go kill things. We're ready to go kill things. Don't spend enough time not doing that. Let's go kill things. And And here we are, and we need to kill imps and... Oh, what are they called? Warlocks. Hey, there's imps. Dead. And there's our local bounties. Some more imps over there. So, for those of you in the archive, how y'all doing today? I was doing right shitty before I got home. Doing much better now that I'm here. Doing what I love to do. Wow, these guys are weak. I mean, I know they're cannon fodder, but jeez. One hit. Alright, and that is not where I need to be. I don't need to be over there just yet. How many imps have we killed so far? 15. Break my back, I'll break your back. Okay, loot, loot, loot. Give me all the loot. 30 imps, that's a bunch of imps. Bet there's gonna be some up here. Maybe? Yeah. Alright, there's 22 of them. That dead dude right there. There's probably gonna be some up here. I wonder if I can get up here. No, it's right on the edge. This area seems to be a bit dead, honestly. I wonder if I'm just in a quiet instance. Guess it could be. Some more imps over there. What is that? It's a helmet. I wonder how many people just bypass this. Because you're actually given like 3 missions that you go to. The graveyard, this, Ebon Downs, maybe one other. Oh, where's the warlocks at? Yo, warlocks, where you at? I guess you're supposed to be in here somewhere. Hey there, Zeron. Is that? I can't get my glasses on. Zyron, how you doing? Yeah, Neverwinter's fun. I enjoy it. The combat is what really keeps me here. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, usually I don't use a chat that much because when I play, I'm usually in a voice chat like Discord. Ah, there's no warlocks. I'm okay. I was doing rather crappy during work today, but now that I'm home playing a game, I'm doing pretty darn good. Who can't stop who? Oh yeah, definitely. Were those warlocks? Those were warlocks. Good. Oh, cool. Got any details on it? Hey, cool. What kind of MMO would it be? I feel I'm a little overpowered here. Oh, that'd be cool. Elder Scrolls is pretty good for an MMO. Ooh. Neat. Based on an existing anime or something you've worked up on your own? Why are y'all just flying by me? Okay. I'll run with you. I'm going anyway. Okay, this way. Okay, standard mix. The less human a race is, the more fond of them I tend to be.
Hail, adventurer. The captain has sent someone to deliver orders to Lieutenant Nestor. It's a great thing you're doing, Sergeant. Helm's Hold is a war zone.
Located
But
another
Lieutenant
person.
Nestor and her squad needs new orders badly. The last time I heard from them, they made a house in the north end of
The more I look, the more it seems we meet
Insert
again.
master,
And
collect
once more,
3
you've
packs.
coincidentally shown up at an opportune time.
Would it be faction play like your standard standard fare, like well, like pretty much any MMO? Would it have like a good and bad faction, or 2 warring factions, or anything of that nature?
Though times are dire, I know Helm's Hold will recover.
Let's see, I still need to turn this other stuff in. There we go. Okay.
The Hellfire Warlocks of the Imps may be the weakest. Our allies in Scar Alley need weapons to fight the devils and their Ashmedai cult. The Ashmedai cultists claim their Legion devils are invincible in battle. My soldiers believe that and are losing heart.
The Ashmedai must not prevail. When the Ashmedai repulsed our attack, we had no time to gather our fallen. Now the bodies lie strewn across the battlefield, and the fiends will not allow us to gather our dead. My own powers are taxed to the limit just healing the living.
Shadow King
I
ruler.
must ask for your aid to pray for the dead.
How far along have you gotten with it? I gotcha. Yeah, something that definitely helps with replayability, especially going to other races, is if their stories differ enough that you're playing separate stories. Okay, cool. Let's see, I need to stay in this area here. Don't know if I have too many other questions. Would you, your combat, would it be more like Elder Scrolls and Neverwinter? Would it be action-based like this, or would it be a little more traditional? Yeah, I think the outside of just hardcore MMO players that grew up with it, I think the old kind of click and watch style of play is kind of growing old. It's one of the reasons I can't even really play World of Warcraft all that much. I get bored of it real quick. Yeah. Yeah, good customization can really pull you in. There's a game I used to play a little bit called Champions Online. Standard fare in its combat and everything else, but its creator was incredibly in depth for something, well, free to play system. But man, you could do almost anything with your character. But having full control over their statistics is something I haven't seen too many MMOs do at all. Like, Neverwinter lets you do it a little bit, but if you go outside of your class's statistics, you're kind of screwing yourself over. Ooh, I better not jump into that. Neverwinter right now. I'm doing this on PC. Although I'm fairly sure it is available for console as well. Where do I see stupid bodies at? Oh, it's PC. It is, I think it's strictly PC. Okay, got an objective complete. Now, oh, okay, that's that guy's mission. Here we go. There he is. Yeah, there aren't too many MMOs available for console that I know of, anyway. Okay. I've got Elder Scrolls Online downloaded. I just haven't started playing it yet. When I get tired of Neverwinter, I might start doing it a little bit.
You cannot stop us.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much everything I run is going to be on PC. I don't actually own a console right now. I gave up on consoles about 5 years ago or so. And if I do get back into a console, it's likely going to be a Switch. What am I looking for? Oh, weapons. Still hunting for weapons. Just going to put that into the top. Which is, I think, I'm still in the area for. Yeah, there's one right there. Yeah. I played console ever since the original NES, and I was not happy where things were going. And I'm still not. I probably won't go back to any sort of console for a long time. Got pretty soured on it. Am I done with everything here? Bring bodies, return. Yeah, done with all the bodies. Arms dealer, take weapon. Okay, I think that's where I need to go. Don't even get me started on EA. They're one of the biggest reasons I pulled out of consoles.
Cultists and devils in the streets. Investigator Lanigan told. Even though my many trapped with it.
Alright, I'll come back and get your missions when I'm done with the stuff up front.
Though my God is
Are you
dead,
back here?
I will do all I can to
Yeah, we
aid
don't need to
your
go that way
venture.
just yet. Let's go ahead and turn this one in.
These are dark times for Helm's Hold.
I thank you for this small mercy, considering...
Hey, I saw a question mark over your head, man. Where'd it go? Oh.
We must not lose our faith.
Okay, I think we might be done with this section up here. Let's go and sell off some of our junk. The Old Republic, yeah. Never played that one. I remember when it came out and everybody had, everybody enjoyed it. I really didn't get into it. Tried to. I want to think. Oh, I have to. Oh shit. Oh well. I want to think someone. I think after it went free to play. Okay, cool. Was it Old Republic that went free to play? There we go. Now I can sell stuff. Is this better what I'm wearing? Nope. Nope. Alright, this is recommended for... I'm gonna keep what I've got. Ah, okay. I think that's one I played a little bit. Controls are kind of stiff, but it was kind of neat. Okay. And now we've got room for other stuff. I can sell that too. Let's see. Where were they at so I can see what they were? Let's see. Humans, elves, dwarves, fairy, dragons, orcs, or goblins. It'd be kind of a hard choice, really. I mean, a lot of those races would be pretty cool to play. How widely or wildly would the size and characteristics vary between like the fairies and the goblins and the orcs? Because if it was like absurdly small for a goblin, I'd probably play a goblin just for the absurdity of it. As I know, I thought Pathfinder Online, which I think is pretty much dead in the water now. I think you were, at one point, I think they were going to let you to play a goblin, but not anymore. Maybe. I don't remember now. But I like the idea of playing a goblin. Alright, buddy, give me your missions.
Investigator Lanigan is right. These blades you brought me aren't picked to... The vile Ashmodai want to make the poor, sick people of the Star Alley was always filled with the sick and the poor. But now this plague of devils has made a bad situation even worse. Those already sickened will need a cure. But with Helm's power all but gone, I'll need to rely on my medicinal skills to help him. If I'm to find an antidote,
kind of like the Dragonborn
I'll need you
here.
to wrest samples of the poison from the Ashmodai then.
I'm glad to see that my suspicions...
Alright, where all these missions lead me back this way? Yep. Alright.
I don't know if the city will ever be the same.
Oh, that's the antidote. I'm glad I didn't walk off without that. I'd have to come back.
brother Satar entrusts you to fight the Ashmedai, then so too will my brother is Councilman Alduin Graves, an important man whose word carries great weight in Helm's Hold. This makes him a valuable prize to the Ashmedai, and I've learned they have plans to abduct my brother and force him to join their cult. I tried to warn Alduin of the danger.
Okay, you know what? I'm tired of hearing you talk, buddy. Shush. We get it. You don't like your brother. There's that. What the? Hard. Hey, demon guys. How y'all doing? Lay down, go sleep. These are vials of unholy poison, so we're collecting those as we go too. Good. Okay, we'll take care of that in a little bit. And wait, there's multiple things here. What's going on? We got that. Oh, he's inside there. Okay. Some guys over here we can get. Good night. Ooh, do I have? Yes, I do. Golden buckle. Cool. Alright, these guys should have the last bit of poison I need. Yep. There we go. Now I need more of these. Ah, neat. Would you allow other races to fly at level 10 with other means, like gliders or some sort of machine or potions or magic of that nature? It would seem a little bit unfair to the mass majority that two races can fly and the rest can't. Where am I going? That way. This is a big area. Yeah, there we go. There's me a well. Good night. Ooh, is that it? Ooh, that might be something I can wear good. Let's see. Nope. Still wearing the better. Well, if it's in a fantasy setting, gliders could be a human thing. It could be something they could have invented. As far as the goblins and the orcs, you know, maybe they could be allowed some sort of flying mount. I don't know, just kind of throwing out ideas there. Okay. Oh, that would be cool. I can definitely see that. That kind of reminds me of the goblins from Stuart Churchill. A lot of the, what was it, Magic the Gathering goblins kind of had that vibe to them. Looks like I'm still going around this way. I need to get back over here. Where's the whales? I need one more whale somewhere. And there it is. Nope, I just circled back around. Yeah, no problem, man. Okay, already got that well. Sure. Don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. Nope, not supposed to be here yet. Let's make sure I'm following this one. There we go. Nah, don't lead me to where I need to go. There it is. Okay. Locate the lieutenant. Rescue the councilman. Contest started. Devil hunter. What do I do a devil hunter? Shock troop. Warlord devils in the battlefield. Might can get around to doing that. Alright, we don't need to go that way yet. I need to get back over here and take care of the councilman. Okay, pretty standard fare. How would the assassin and rogue differ? Also, the warrior and the knight, how would they differ? What's pulling me? Okay, guess I was stuck. Oh, I can't stop him? Okay. Is there anything in here to gather? Nope. Welcome back. Okay. On your classes, the top classes, the assassin and rogue, also the warrior and knight, how would those differ from each other?
It seems my brother
was right. Helm's stubbornness nearly cost us everything. I'm glad he sent someone to save us despite my obduracy. I'll be certain to tell the rest of the city council of your bravery.
Okay.
Helm's Hold is a dangerous place now. My brother wishes to relay his thanks to you for rescuing him from the Ash. At least this close call has given him reason to heed my warnings, and I've convinced him to stay in hiding for now.
As far as I'm aware.
He says he only agreed for his...
Cultists and devils in the street, for all the people of Helm's. I'll take those foul...
But at the end of the day, it's kind of your game, so they can do whatever you want them to do. Escape
The Ashmedai are trying to make an example of anyone they catch trying to escape. They bore them.
Treacherous.
The worst moment of the Ashmedai's triumph was when the zealots revealed themselves. Men whom we thought were our neighbours and friends suddenly exposed the brands which proved them traitors and fanatics. We were all caught unaware as they attacked, slaying those who trusted them while uttering...
Shush. Thank you. Man, these people are long-winded.
Quits while he's ahead.
Alright, where are we at? We're right here. Am I using that one? Yes, I am. Just going to bump that up. Okay. So would knights be more tank-like with shields and one-headed swords? Or one-handed weapons? Okay, is everybody down here? Nope, I gotta do yours. Okay. Okay.
Is this the end of Helm's Hold?
Right, that makes sense. Would you have a deity system involved in your world? And would they actually play a proper role in your characters' lives? Or would they just be there for roleplay purposes only? Or would they be there at all? Oops. It's over here. Yeah, here it is. What do you mean? What you don't? What part of that was misleading or not made clear? Deeper. Like for instance, in Neverwinter here, you have multiple gods you can choose to invoke or call to, pray to, and then give you some daily buffs and some other goodies here or there, but it really doesn't matter what you're choosing because they have no real bearing on how the game plays. In classic pen and paper, the god you serve may have a lot more meaning, a lot more what you could do and what you could get out of it. So would your MMO, would your game have a god or a pantheon of gods that the players could serve and or pray to for other things? Or would they be physical beings in the world? Like in a story I was writing at one point that had evolved into ideas of different things, there were multiple gods that were not real gods, but actual physical beings that were just incredibly powerful and ruled over certain areas.
Stop!
Alright, where am I going? I'm still hoping scars. Okay, go this way. Still gotta kill branded zealots. Okay. Would you be gender or race locking any of your classes?
I do hope your next wound is unique.
Okay. I always hate when they do that.
Captain Dunfield knows he can count on me and my soldiers. Follow me, Sergeant.
Cool. A goblin knight. I would definitely be a goblin knight. So much loot. That's a good.
You fight well, Sergeant. It's an honor to have you in the Guard, even temporarily. It looks like our orders are to pull back to base camp.
Okay. That'd be something to think about too, is how loot and or treasures are handled. Would it be stuff randomly scattered like Neverwinter's doing now, or would you have like traditional dungeons to hunt for stuff? I need Brendan's Oats. Have that? Yeah, there's Brendan's Oats up here. Ooh, excuse me. Attack of the dinner. Alright, return and return. So we're both this way. Okay. Gotcha. How do you plan on handling crafting in games? In your game?
Cultists and devils in the street. That is a great relief.
Or would there be crafting? I guess you could be the proper question.
Though there is still me. I've learned that Ashmedai are driving the most wretched of the sick out of the
Shepherd of the Damned. Hey, let's go kill the Shepherd of the Damned.
With those without hope struggle for survival. Even now.
You, my dwarf friend, are very long-winded. Cool. Okay, I'm going to a new location, looks like. That's not where I'm going. Where is... There's Ebb and Downs. Where's the Underscar? No. Underscar. There we go. I went the wrong way. Bummer. So would you, let's say the ingredients, the items for crafting, such as wood and metal, flowers and other chemicals and whatnot you would gather to do any of the crafting for whatever reason. Would it be something you have to grind out in the field, something you could buy, something you could create? Would you force people to actually go into mines and mine out the metals? Or go into the woods and actually chop the wood? Okay. Stop and sell some junk here in a bit. Inventory's getting full. Yeah, my pleasure. Like, let's take Neverwinter's crafting. This is it right here. That's all there is. You barely do anything with it. You go around and you find these points, these nodes. Okay. and it gets boring, and it's almost useless. I mean, I can't even wear anything that I can make right now because I've already got stuff outclassed by it. Crafting should have a strong meaning, a need, a purpose to do it. Otherwise, like I've already given up on the crafting here. I'm not even bothering with it. It don't even make you all that much money. So if you're going to have crafting in your game, you definitely want to make it worthwhile. And fun. Fun helps.
Fun helps?
Fun. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Nothing much. I saw it said streaming Welco.
Streaming what?
And yeah, it says fuzzy streaming Welco.
Oh.
I assume that said welcome.
Yeah, it does.
So I figured I'd hop in and say hi and see how your stream was going.
Yeah, pretty good so far. I got one in the chat right now with me.
Sweet.
Is that Torum online? I have to look at that.
Two.
But they're talking about an MMO idea that they've had, and just kind of sit here chatting with them.
Nifty.
Hellfire consume you!
I am currently in Helm's Hold, and I am in the Underscar going after the Shepherd of the Damned.
Sounds fun.
Oh, yes. I'm killing my kinsmen, man. They all have
Why?
tails and horns. I don't know. That's what I was told to do, so that's what I'm doing.
What if they told you to jump off a bridge?
Well, I've already done that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. PC and mobile. Okay. I'll have to check that out. So yeah, I'm again a little overpowered for the area that I'm in, so I'm just kind of mowing through everybody.
Like a lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
So I discovered some interesting things that they're going to be adding to a couple of games that we play.
Okay.
Yeah. Bicycles and full on motorcycles, cars, and SUVs to 7 days.
Oh, that's cool.
The motorcycle looks like some sort of cross between a bat cycle and something you'd find in Mad Max.
Nice. I noticed a game on Steam. Did you play at any point back in the day Road Rash?
No.
Samurai class. That's neat. Basically, Road Rash was a motorcycle racing game that was incredibly violent. You can hit each other with clubs and crowbars and kick each other over.
Is this the one where you were racing down the road?
Yeah. I mean, it's old,
Okay.
way back.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but I've never actually played it.
There is a spiritual successor to it. The name I've kind of forgotten. It sounds like I think it was something along the lines of Road Redemption or something like that.
Yes.
Not Road to Redemption, the crap held on wheel thing. But yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
But it looked my mind. I'm still sick.
I can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are enemies too.
But yeah, I spent most of this afternoon playing Stellaris with Crunch.
Get it finished?
We started a new game. With the Star Trek mod. He played the Klingons, and I kind of screwed up as the Federation, but because I'm sick, I didn't really talk much, so I think it's gonna suck, so I don't think I'm gonna put it online.
Gotcha. About an hour now. Okay. Okay, supposed to go nothing over here. Alright.
I'm just hoping my computer shows up plugged into the week.
Yeah. Well, if you order from Newegg, they're pretty. I mean, obviously it's not them that actually ship ships, but they're pretty good at processing pretty quickly, and I've often got stuff kind of early from them.
Yeah, I think my stuff's all should like be here soon-ish.
My current weapon. My favorite elements? You mean like in magic use and whatnot?
Adobe.
No. I have to say I tend to favor fire if you're going with the basic stuff, but if you're going like way out into left field with your element types, definitely a void user. I definitely like dark magics.
Yeah, there's the classical 4 elements of European with fire, earth, water, air.
Don't forget heart, man.
No, there's the 5th element that is considered aether, which is equivalent to void in Eastern.
Okay.
And the Easterns also have metal and wood.
Yeah. I remember reading about that a little bit when I was reading about the Chinese zodiac and all the different signs and whatnot. I mean, it gets very in depth if you go beyond just a year. I mean, there is, you have an element, and you have 3 different animals for each time, like a day, the year, the hour. Then there's pillars that you have associated with. It gets deep.
Yeah, and then there, depending on rotational cycles, which vary quite a bit with the way the year lines up. So you could have, depending on when you're born, you could have a variation of 2 different dragon constellations looking over you. There's one in all 4 cardinal directions.
Okay. Oh man, lots of goodies in here.
Yeah, I did a lot of research on stuff when I was looking up stuff from creating the Dragon Pantheon in one of my books.
Okay. Yeah, dark element. I guess that would fall under void a little bit, wouldn't it? Kind of depends on how you use it.
Yeah, because void is, in general, the catch-all of what the others aren't. Basically, it's defined by what the others aren't, and usually, it is the absence of material. Because in the Western alchemy practices, like a piece of wood, they would argue that's why it burnt so well, is that you were releasing the fire that was already there. Okay. That was how they looked at it. So, and they complemented each other, and it gets very complex very quickly. But Aether was kind of described as what exists that is not those 4 elements.
Gotcha.
And it kind of had a because most of the alchemists really weren't into religion, but they kind of had a higher being aspect to Aether.
Not to mention, if they didn't have some connection to a higher power and or god, they would likely be killed.
Right.
Hang on a minute. Let's see here. Light, dark, water, earth, and fire, 5 elements. Would they have a balance to them, one being over the other, one having some level of weakness and or strength to the other? Or would that even have any sort of aspect at all to it? Hello, Shepherd of the Damned. I'm not weak. Your health is what's dropping, lady. And they all fall down. That was something I hadn't seen before. Let's see. And I'm still wearing something better. Might be a little while before I actually get stuff that I can change with my equipment. Yep.
Oh, something else I discovered. With 7 days, we should probably save our money, any cash we find, because it's stacked really high and sells really well.
Oh, the old currency, the old cash money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It has the best ratio on that.
Okay,
I kind of thought.
Yeah, hang on a second. So your elements would just be basically the magic type that you're using. There wouldn't be any association to strength or weakness to the individual element and or, I guess, aura that a character would have. Anyway, what you about to say?
Lost it.
Gone to the ether.
Yep.
Yeah, one of my favorite use of dark or void or whatever magic was actually in Final Fantasy VIII with the gravity type magic. My favorite summon, Guardian Force, was Diablo. I loved his attack.
Ashmedai must pay for all. Brother Sataran said you could do the
Heal the breach. Slay things. Okay, that's because that heals a breach.
I've learned the Ashmedai have broken into the Helm.
Recover the shields of Helm.
The shields of Helm. Though Helm is long dead,
Time to sell junk.
and armor he blessed still hold great power.
Okay. Let's go ahead and identify everything. Bam. Can't wear it. That's just junk. Well, regeneration. Recover. Yeah, that's junk. That's junk. Junk. All junk.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be real nice when I get to an area that actually has stuff I would like to keep and use. Okay. There we go. Cleared inventory.
Stop that.
Let's go over here and buy some kits before I take off. How many do I have?
Get an orange kit.
I'm just about out of dungeon kits. I don't need dungeoneering kits because I do dungeoneering. He would have to have access to everything we've been talking about, and if he were in chat, he'd see very little of it right now. So I doubt he'd be able to give a proper opinion about it.
Yeah, at the moment, when I look at your chat, all I get is a one-sided conversation from Zaron.
But the gist of it is basically you'd have a world similar to the Elder Scrolls Online.
Okay.
With an flair of anime. Combat skills similar to Neverwinter Online. Crafting a little more involved, having to actually go out and get the wood from trees. You're not just picking up things here and there. You're physically hunting and chopping trees and gathering materials and whatnot.
Okay.
And you kind of heard some of the conversation about elements and magic and whatnot there.
Yeah.
Races and class types are standard fare, except for the fact that you can choose to be a goblin, which I like the idea of.
Okay.
No race or gender locks on any classes or armors.
That's good.
And I think that's most of what we were talking about and covered.
Well, I mean...
What is this?
If it's set in your typical fantasy setting, I'm not a huge fantasy fan. I mean, if you've ever come across the webcomic Girl Genius, it's set in a Victorian time frame, but it's got a heavy dose of steampunk and schizoid tech tropes going in it.
Oh, that reminds me. The goblin and orcs would be somewhat steampunky in their tech.
Okay, that leans a little more towards that.
Almost forgot about that.
But yeah, any universe that you have magic and they pretty much just use it for some of the more mundane, but for combat and stuff, I've kind of lost that interest in it because I've started looking for my own creations at them being more of a magic is a source of energy. And as far as your typical fantasy setting goes, you have ways of turning energy into matter and vice versa. Basically high science fiction stuff that you never see get used. And I mean, that's one of the things why I have a hard time playing things like D&D anymore, is that there are rules to make infinite food spawning traps. So eventually you can create your own restaurant that has infinite food that can feed people, and then you can never have to worry about money again. And I have a big thing with logistics and in games like that as well. So,
right.
And that colors my view quite heavily on a lot of MMOs, and why I'm not a big fan of, say, Neverwinter, because it's we've got magic, let's use it dumb.
Yeah, and this magic is just a projectile weapon for the most part.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you had somebody that could do and enchant some of these things with the fire and stuff like that, I mean, you have an infinite source of energy that you could use to, say, power a steam engine. I mean, it doesn't have to be a locomotive, but it could power a steam engine and create a movement. It doesn't even have to create power. It just has to get like a conveyor belt going. Or chain drive, and makes mining super easy because they don't have to haul everything out.
Right.
And then the military's going to try and apply it. And it falls apart for me because I overanalyze.
Yeah. And sometimes you just have to dumb it down and let it go.
Yeah, and I have a hard time doing that because of having to analyze everything heavily for the story that I'm writing. So,
I haven't looked at the housing system in ESO yet, so I have no idea what they do there.
I bought that game a long time ago and haven't installed it yet, so...
Yeah, I mean, did you enjoy the Elder Scrolls at any point? Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim at all?
Yes. Caveat, a lot of times it had to have heavy mods on it.
Yeah, fair enough. From what little bit I did play when I first got it, it felt very similar to playing an Elder Scrolls game. I mean,
okay.
Some of the things that come with MMOs are there. I mean, you can't really avoid it, I guess, but
Pause real quick. I'm going to mute my microphone. I've got to blow my nose.
Uh-huh. I tell you what housing system I kind of liked, even though it's probably one of the best, hey, give me more money before you can do it. Arcade had a pretty fun idea for housing, and even though it wasn't handled all that well. Okay.
Arcade?
Yeah. Telling him about a housing system that I actually thought was pretty decent outside of the fact that Arcade is one of the worst pay-to-win games out there, despite having a fun world, and actually it's just pretty nice all around. You just have to deal with the fact that there's a lot of pay-to-win.
Did you mess around at all with, was it Star Wars Galaxies?
I played a Star Wars MMO at some point. I just don't remember which one, to be honest.
Okay. Galaxies was the one that Sony put together. And it was really... The initial release was just fantastic in the fact that players would find areas and build their own town.
Nice. I think the one I played was initially a pay to play, and it went free to play.
I think Galaxies did that, but I'm not sure. I know the Old Republic did that.
I'm thinking it was the Old Republic. I really do.
Okay, can you give me a rough year that you played it?
4 years ago, maybe?
4? Yeah, that was Old Republic.
Okay. What was I in the middle of saying before you went to go sneeze, Blue?
Something about Arcade and their housing.
No, that was after. I was right in the middle of saying it, and...
No, you were saying something about Arcade. Oh god, I can't think of it right now.
It must not have been important. Well, that's not... Ooh, I can't go no further.
I was messing around with looking at editing more of the 7 days, and I had to mute the audio on that because I couldn't tell if you were talking or if it was recording of you.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Often when I'm editing and watching your stream, I have to turn it down. See, am I done with this? Yeah, I still need more of these people, though.
November 29th. No. Between midnight and 6 a.m. on November 29th. Okay, that's Wednesday.
If I'm more Magi. Is Magi even a real word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Magi is a Middle Eastern term, is where it came from.
Okay. So I seem to have looked up at some point, like, where's this go? Sewer grate. Into the Dirty Dwarf Tavern. I am going into the old Dirty Dwarf Tavern. I don't even care what's in here. How can you not go into the Dirty Dwarf Tavern?
It's a word.
Okay, it's a trapdoor going into the Watcher's Forest. I might better not go in there yet.
Magi, as in A with the 2 dots above it.
Mm-hmm.
GI is a rough, anglicized version of an old Persian word that dates from the pre-Hellenistic era.
Okay.
And is equivalent to the Latin magus, M-A-G-U-S.
Gotcha.
And it is most common in English, used to reference the men from the East who visit Jesus in chapter 2 of the Gospel of Matthew.
Okay.
Currently translated as the wise men.
Right. I knew they were called Magi or Magi, but at one point I remember, I think I was looking up the word for mage or mages, and mages didn't sound right, and I was thinking, is it Magi for plural? And something kept coming up once in a while, like it wasn't even proper wording or some crap like that. I don't know. That was a long time ago now. I can't even remember half of what I was doing. And it may have been due to word spell check not recognizing it.
Yeah. Well, it is not a common language word, so. Although it's becoming more common now.
Okay, that's the last one of that. Now I need to return. What's that? Part junk to sell. I was talking about Elder Scrolls before I switched over to Dark Age. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Still don't know what I was talking about, but that was the topic. Yeah. My old brain's fast and loose anymore. Once it gets derailed, that's it. Done. I mean, forget derailing, it becomes a train wreck. Complete and total. Alright.
Sataran.
Hunting the summoners.
Were originally a hidden cult.
Kill the summoners. Okay.
But they gained great power by summoning.
I might have an idea or two that could help.
Burn
Fighting the
supplies.
Ashmedai summoners, eh? You know,
We're hunting summoners at Summoner's Rift.
burn up their summoning supplies. Oh yes, proper summoning requires all manner of special powers.
Save my enemies? Are you kidding?
Losing those would hinder the
I'm practically a dark
summoning
overlord. I'm
immensely.
killing my friends and my
They
enemies.
usually keep whole crates of those supplies
Saving
near
nobody.
their summoning circuits. You can find them scattered throughout the forest.
I've personally envisioned a character with multiple personalities where the party would have to deal with a single personality that is literally a berserker that would stop after the battle to continue fighting his friends because he has no control of himself. And it's a little more involved of how that character is and the other personalities and whatnot.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh, I coughed.
Well, there was this deep gasp for a moment and I thought you'd found something.
That was me trying to inhale for the cough.
Gotcha.
Instead of having this pitiful little
Temple.
If I'm going to cough, I want it to do something productive.
What was that question pertaining to anyway? About saving my enemies? I mean, like converting them, like a paladin or something. Paladin. Palisade. Man, don't be burning stuff I need to burn. How would you?
It's like in Payday, where you can convert your cops to your side, so they fight for you and die for you.
Yeah, I guess so. Is this where I find summoners? Dude, quit burning things. I gotta burn things too, you know. I'll burn these down here. How about that? Oh, I remember another thing we had talked about. We had talked about his pantheon of gods. How they would affect characters and whatnot, and if they would or not. Nice. I would definitely play a game where the enemy's based off of Lord Zed. He'd got to be just as silly too. Yeah, there's something to burn. Alright, their supplies are done. Now I just need the summoners. I think someone's running around and I've killed them all. Okay. So you would basically, yeah, convert one of them into a companion. I could see that. That'd be kind of neat. Be sort of a pet system of sorts, I guess, but with people, which is kind of, sort of, yeah, Pokemoning it.
What was that anime? Sekiro?
Who?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Sekirei. Sekirei. Anime/manga. That one of my friends pointed me towards. Where it's basically. I don't know what you described the individuals, the I think they're called Sekirei actually, but they're yeah, Sekirei are these humans that have abilities, and they can use their abilities after making a contract / a kiss with a somebody who has the other genetic ability. And so that's basically this guy is going around catching women like Pokemon and using them in fights. It's
Oh my God.
stupid.
Sounds
Well,
like
the thing is that it is hilariously dumb. No, it is not hentai. Having watched it, it is not hentai. It is ecchi, but it is not hentai.
There is a difference. Fine line, but there is a difference.
Yes.
It's called sex.
And I mean, this one's not even that bad as ecchi anime go. I mean, freezing is by far worse, as is well, a lot. There's a lot that are worse.
All right, better or better? I guess you can't say better. Is it worse than Monster Musume?
As in how much skin is shown?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the implied sex in the opening, 5 minutes of Monster Musume is by far more than anything that you come across in Sekirei.
Okay. Opinions. We all have them, and they're like butts.
Everybody has them, and mine's awesome.
If you say so. I won't argue that. Because that'll imply a bunch of things I'm not getting into. I need another summoner. Where y'all at? I need 2 more. Well, I have not seen it, and I've only just heard about it, so I have no idea who the landlady is.
Ah, God. It's been several years since I watched it. Basically, it turned into a thing to watch with the roommates while we were all getting drunk.
Right.
Considering the friend that introduced me to the anime, it was the bride at one of the weddings that I was the groomsman at. So, I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's not one of the your typical Heaven's Lost Property. I've never heard of that. Let me look it up. Or if I have, I don't remember it. Heaven's Lost Properties.
Somewhere down there?
Looks like, depending on how it's handled, it could be another stereotypical meh anime. or it could be somewhat humorous. I mean, just looking at some of the styles and things, it reminds me of a cross between Infinite Stratos and Familiar of Zero.
Ugh.
Well, the problem with Familiar of Zero is the freaking main female protagonist.
I know.
I hate her.
Yes. The concept was neat, but
yeah,
she made it almost unbearable to watch. Yeah, that's pretty much true of all harem anime. So.
Yeah. There's a few of them that kind of turn the genre on their head, and those are the ones that I really like because they oh god, what, there's one on Crunchyroll that I was watching. Asterisk War.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
That one is technically in the harem, but the character doesn't really. In the same way that I guess a certain magical index is technically in the harem genre as well.
Demon guy thing. You know what? Okay. Oh no! Did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake. Bit off more than I can chew, maybe.
What'd you do? Oh, I think it just hit stream.
Yeah.
Is that big Balrog?
Yep. He's part of the local quest thing to kill demons that are being summoned. Looks like I'm holding on though. I'm not even using my regular powers yet. No, we don't flame shit on that. Okay, he was kind of tough. Imagine if I was normal level for here, I probably wouldn't be able to take him.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely a little over leveled here. I think the average level starting was like 31 and I'm 41. Yeah. Doing all those daily dungeons with Sparse got me here.
Yeah. Well, that's what Sparse and our other friend Aegis are part of the reason why I think of magic. My view on magic is the way it is. So.
Yeah. Kennen and Clanad. Haven't watched either one, and I don't really have plans on watching them. Return. Are both of these return? Looks like yes. I've heard Clanad was good and really sad and all that, but I just don't have any interest in watching it. Oh, there's another big guy going after.
I'm actually looking really forward to the new season of Overlord, though.
Yes.
Despite the cringiness of it.
Yeah, I am incredibly interested to find out what the hell's going on in that world.
That one was awesome. Have you ever watched Log Horizon?
All of the first season and part of the second. I haven't finished it yet.
One's good.
Yes, I really enjoyed Log Horizon.
Have you?
No, I don't plan on watching School Days. I know all about that shit.
Have you watched Steins Gate?
No.
If you like hard sci-fi, it is really good hard sci-fi.
Okay.
But you have to be paying attention through it to really understand what's going on.
Gotcha. So it's not a casual watch.
No. I love that anime. It's based off of a My mind's light novel, interactive visual novel. There we go.
Okay.
Same company put together Chaos Head, and Chaos Head's anime sucks. It really needs to be fleshed out more.
Okay.
And as does, Robotics Note is the third one that they did. And Robotics Note, all three of them take place in the same universe, which is kind of cool. But Robotics Note is set further in the future, and it has one of my favorite characters in it.
Hey, buddy, he's dead. You can quit. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'd heard Steins Gate was really good.
Yes. I have to say, Steins Gate, out of the three, is the better anime, but Robotics Note has the better character. One character that just beats all the others so handedly that I like it more for the character.
These are dark times for
Sword Art Online.
Okay, here's my opinion. I'm not jumping on the hate wagon, first and foremost. First act was good. Half of the second act was okay. Then the third act happened, and yeah, no.
No, my problem is so much wasted potential.
Yes. Yeah, it had a good start.
It had a lot of good. I mean, tropes are tropes for a reason. Just like cliches are there for a reason. When they're good and done well, there's nothing wrong with them. The problem is that about half the time they did it right, and the other half the time they did it so wrong it hurt.
Yeah. Put it this way, if Sword Art Online had ended when Kirito killed the dude, beat him, done, and it ended, it would have been okay.
Yeah, for the most part I agree.
But it didn't. And it got progressively worse.
Yes.
I would rather go back and watch Dot Hack, which wasn't great for what it was, but definitely better.
Well, Dot Hack was kind of the thing that brought the whole living inside a video game to it started. It created the genre, really.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, there are definitely better alternatives, like we just said, Log Horizon, Overlord. There's another one. There's another one I'm not thinking about. But yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, well, God, what was that? The one with Aqua, the goddess Aqua, Konosuba. Technically, that one falls in the same genre, despite it being a little different because they have leveling up and stuff like that in it. But that one's more of transferred to another world. So.
Okay.
Let's see.
I gotta sell junk.
But I think my favorite transfer to another world is I keep drawing a blank on it. Now that I bring it up, it's not there. I'll have to.
Junk. The villain was awful for the one we're just now talking about. What goes down? The power and defense go down. We don't know that.
ReZero was the one that I was trying to remember. That is a fantastic one, living in another world, but it is dark.
I think that one's on Netflix. Maybe. I might have checked that one out. Ooh, hello, thing I can wear. About damn time. And that's also recommended, and better what I have because it has a defense slot. I'll keep that one. Don't need those. Is that the same as this? Nope. Deflection. Deflection or maximum? Let's go with deflection.
Probably one of my favorite animes, and it's not favorite from story point of view or anything like that, but what they actually did with the anime and why they did what they did with the anime. Hellgirl.
Yes, I love Hellgirl.
I think I passed that one over, but and I was going to get back to it, but never did. Yeah. But I love just because the anachronism of it. Panty and stocking with gutter belt.
Classic.
That they were one of their things with it that, despite them just having fun with it, was that they were trying to point out how stupid some of the laws for broadcast in Japan were. Because, one, in primetime slot, they could curse as often as they wanted, and not as long as it was in a foreign language. So all the F-bombs that they drop in that anime are in English. The other thing is, if a large enough percentage of the script was in a foreign language, it got an educational rating. It got a thumbs up from the educational board.
Nice.
They had an episode get a thumbs up from the educational board because of the number of F-bombs they dropped in English. And they did that on purpose because they're like, this is stupid!
Oh, you gotta love it. Yeah, Hellgirl gets a little weird further down the episodes there.
Yes.
It's like I didn't know what it wanted to be, but it really was good. I think I enjoyed Death Parade more, though. Okay, don't listen, Nuno. You can leave at any time. And I am taking too long to get where I'm going.
Yeah.
What? Somebody done rank 2 over top of me. I gotta kill me some more big demons if I see them.
Yep. Go slay your demons. Ride your chocobo into battle.
Yes. Battle chicken is a go. Wait, am I going the right way? Hang on a minute.
Follow the pixie poos.
I am following the pixie poo, but I make sure I'm not accidentally leading back out to another area like I did before. Where you head, chicken? Is that one? No. Evan Downs. Company of Wolves, that's a different one. Yeah, I did this again. I sure did. See? That's what I get when I ain't paying attention.
You run away?
Yeah, I bet I ran all the way out to the other side and didn't even need to.
You ran away. You're a coward. You ran away on your chocobo.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it really was hit and miss. And the ending was, I guess the ending was okay, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've actually watched it. I think I remember, well, I don't want to spoil that for anybody who hasn't watched it, so I'm not going to say that. But I had a strong start. If you haven't watched any of it, D-Swank, at all, at the very beginning of it, she was like a vengeful spirit, if I remember right.
Ah. Okay.
And basically turning, if I remember right, she was like an abusive person. She would go in and just, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. I'm not worried about spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not either. A good anime is a good anime.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. I think the only time I was ever pissed off about a spoiler was with Assassination Classroom. I was about 2 or 3 episodes away from the end, and Hulu had just recently redone how they position the things you have watched against what you have not watched. And it positioned me on the last episode, and I wasn't paying attention. I went to watching. Oh my god, I was so pissed off. Yeah. Good anime, though. I love Assassination Classroom.
Yeah, so it was a fantastic one. I think they need more.
No, I'm good.
More DACA.
More.
You know that would be hilarious, though. Just you know how animes try and put characters out of their normal locations or positions, and then have them like they take people that are battling in spaceships and here, let's do a season where they're in high school.
Yeah, they've done that with a few of them.
I just suddenly had this thought of, what if they did that with characters from Warhammer?
That would be hilarious. I would so watch that. I would watch that so much. Oh, man. But I think I'm actually at the 2-hour mark right at, and that's about what I do for my stream. Zirian, I appreciate you coming by for the stream. Appreciate you stopping by and watching this long. For everybody else who stopped by for the stream, thank you very much. And for those in the archive, we'll see you in the next stream. Good night, everybody.
And I liked Space Dandy.
Yes, Space Dandy. I need to finish season 2 one day. Good night, everybody.